Are women more likely to date up, hypergamy, while men are more likely to date down? I think it's very clear that they are. And the idea that people would argue that they don't is just asinine, in my opinion. You can see examples of it all throughout society. For instance, Prince Harry, the Prince of England, married Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle is an actress. He's the Prince of England. Right? It's not a coincidence that an actress, and she's not no one, she's an actress, but she was like a B-list actress. She wasn't even like an A-list movie star. She was on Suits, and she was just a random character in Suits. Yet she's married the Prince of England. How likely would it be that the Princess of England is going to marry some random actress? When you look at erotic fiction being like novels like 50 Shades of Grey and whatnot that are written by women who are actively trying to turn on, tantalize and titillate other women. It always features a woman who's in a scenario where there's a man who just dwarfs her. As in 50 Shades of Grey, Christian Grey is a gazillionaire and Anna is a grad student. And that's a dynamic that you see across erotic fiction written by women, where they really want to get women going. Like some woman maroons on an island, and she's just like, she's helpless on the island, and then she meets a warlord, and this man commands a tribe. Or there's maybe a book where there's a woman who, she like works for a PR agency, and she has a client that she has to work with, and he's this really successful musician. And this musician has some sort of power over her career, because if the musician doesn't like her, her career is just going to like tank. And so she's scared of this man, and he also has power over her, but there's an undeniable attraction that builds and builds and builds and builds. Here you go. Women want men to be taller than them. I've never met a woman who's like, no, I want a man to be shorter than me, or I don't care. Maybe some will tolerate it, but they want it. Women will prefer that men are wealthier than them. So, I mean, it's just kind of clear.
Yeah. Well, I think it's our nature that we want to follow. And we
want to follow.
Yeah.
Our nature. We want to follow.
Well, if a woman is in her feminine energy, then she wants to feel that this man is better than her in so many ways.
This man.
Yeah. And she wants to feel that, oh, because that refers to her ability of being able to trust him and rely on him. If she's better than him in every way, then she will feel like, oh, what is he adding to my life?
So here's how I have explained it to my clients.
Oh yeah.
Let's say you've got lung cancer and you speak to the doctor, and the doctor says to you, look, I might be able to cure the cancer. I'm not too sure. How are you going to feel? But then let's say you speak to another doctor and he goes, look, don't worry. Like, we got this. You have come to the right hands. I am the finest physician in all of America. We are going to destroy this cancer. Don't worry. Chill out, relax. I've got it.
Yeah.
Which one would you want? Clearly the second one.
Yes, exactly.
And that's kind of the energy that women want from men.
Yes. Exactly.
You're in the hands of an expert.
Yes, definitely.
Got it covered.
Exactly. Yes. And I think where the problem lays is that most men don't have the confidence in themselves to feel like, oh, I'm the expert here. Do you agree with that or no?
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
No, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? Why though?
Western society has been telling men that they're terrible for quite a while.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, there's all sorts of videos on YouTube where women are like, men suck. Men.
It's actually very true. Like, if you open TikTok or Instagram now, you'll see all these reels and videos about like women like, oh, making fun of men, or like looking down at men and making men feel so bad. And
and so there's that. And then it's also, treat me like an equal. Treat me like an equal. And so as a man, you get that, right? But that's what it's like. Treat me like.
So I mean, what I'm hearing more from men is treat me like a princess or a queen. So they don't want even equal. They want princess treatment.
Yes. But the basic point is what I'm trying to say is, so as a man, so you said, oh, women want a man to be better than them in so many ways.
Yeah.
But in like the West, we are told, no. Absolutely. In fact, women are actually better than you, but you cannot do or say anything or act in any way that implies there might be some way that you're superior to her. There's so many videos online where they will say to women on the street, hey, what are some things that women are better at than men? And then they'll just start talking, and then they'll go, name some things that men are better at, and they seize up. They can't even bring it into their minds to say. They won't even want to say men are stronger. It's like, oh, well, men are stronger, but that's because when men are born, they're constantly doing physical things. And if women were doing that too, then, so there's that. So you're some man from the West, and every time you watch a movie, like every time you watch a movie or TV show when a man and woman kiss, it's because a woman made the first move. It happens all the time, right? Anytime you're watching a movie or TV show and like boys will play girls at football or basketball, the girls always win. Always. So it's sending these little messages into your head.
What are the messages that you perceive from this?
Any kind of dominant, confident, forceful, leading energy is rapey, or grapey, as we're meant to say nowadays. Being a man is inherently bad. And actually what you're supposed to do is atone for your inherent badness, like a convicted murderer who he's served his time but he's now back in society, and while you've done your time in prison, we still need you to fucking prove that you're a good person now. That's what you need to do as a man. Women will make the first move, and you should wait for them to make the first move. And again, if you try to do anything to make it happen, you're a bad person. Also, you are supposed to just know how to attract women, even though we're lying to you about what actually does attract women, but you're supposed to just know. And if you make any attempt to find out, you're evil. Which is why dating coaches are demonized. You know, because so like if I'm a woman and I want to attract a man, like on a night out, so it's like I'm going out on a Saturday night and I want to attract a man, so you'd be like, okay, well, let me do my lipstick, blah, 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 and like push up bra, and like, does this outfit accentuate my butt? And women will do a lot of things, and the truth is a lot of things that women will do to attract a man on that night out is artificially enhancing their appearance, right? You know, you're not as tall as you're looking with the heels. The heels are accentuating your calf muscles. You're not actually as tall, blah, blah, blah. The male equivalent of that might be to learn a story that's funny, or something like that.
Okay.
The male equivalent is to create some stories or things to say that are going to be witty and funny.
Okay.
But that's really bad. Because as a man, you're meant to just
have to know it.
Yeah, you just have to know it.
It has to be in your nature.
Yeah. And then the act of trying to get it into your nature, where you go through the process of, say, going to clubs and speaking to women and having them reject you constantly while you're trying on this new way of being until it actually becomes a part of you, that is seen as bad as well. So if you don't already have it, go fuck yourself, essentially.
Well, I can imagine like how the world we're living in now is making it so hard for men to be, first of all, and also to it's like men have to defend from accusations that are already have been made upon them.
Essentially.
Yeah.
No,
it's like you were born into this world as a boy, and then you are already like you have to defend yourself. You are a boy, and that's a problem. You are threatening this world.
I wouldn't say it. Okay, personally, I didn't feel like I was threatening as a boy. I felt like when I was a boy, I was inherently lovable. But once the boyhood ended, then the inherent lovability. That's what I would say.
I mean, what about the men you see in your reality as a boy? Like I mean, for me, in my culture or in the environment I grew up in, I grew up hearing how men are bad. They are dangerous. I should protect myself from men. Women around me would constantly speak about how men are evil, they are liars, they are cheaters, they are unreliable. You should do all these things to make sure that the man is a good man, and you should make sure that you have your your grip around him and controlling him, or all
your
these
grip around him and controlling him.
Yeah, kind of.
Because without the grip and the control,
controlling in a subtle way,
Yes.
like use your femininity and your strategies, but hidden strategies, like look good for him, or like treat him like this, do this for him. Like, it's all these things that a woman should do to keep a man in her life, and honestly,
to keep him in line.
To keep him in her life.
Okay.
Yeah, and like to keep him, focused on her and giving her, and there was like it felt like there is a confusion, because men were like sitting on this pedestal, especially in the Middle East, like it's marrying is the ultimate, like success for a woman, like having a man by your side, and like finally you are married. That's the success. If you're not married by like a certain age, you failed, you're not worthy. And then so men are like sitting on this pedestal, but at the same time they are monsters and evil, and you should protect yourself from them, and you should like navigate your way around them, and you should cover yourself, and you should do all these things, you shouldn't laugh, you should. It's like it creates a confusion as well in us as women, as little girls, because then we want to connect with men, but they are dangerous. But we want their love and approval, and we want them to choose us, but then we should protect ourselves from them. So it's can you see the confusion we grow up with as little girls and little boys in this reality, because the opposite sex is, it's like we are here on earth as men and women, and it seems like we're constantly fighting. We're constantly trying to prove who's better. Before, men were better, now women are better. And like, when does this end? And it feels like it's just men and women. It's just two kind of creatures on this earth are living, the main creatures. But then like they're fighting all the time, and they have different realities, and they have different like judgments, and all these techniques and all these strategies to play around each other. We want you, but we don't want you. I want to be with you, but I'm afraid of you. And like, what is this about? Like, when do you think this will end?
As a result of conversations like this, because while you were speaking, what I just heard was no one's having an honest conversation, basically. So it's like, this is the man, and this is the thing that you need to do to keep. But that's clearly women speaking privately to other women. That's not stuff that women are mentioning to men. In fact, I would imagine, stop me if I'm wrong, but everything you just said about in your culture, so in order to keep a man, this is what you do. I'm sure that's like forbidden knowledge that passed down from mother to daughter, and like, don't tell your father this, but this is what we do. And that kind of thing, right? So like, women have this knowledge, but they don't speak to men about it, because we can't speak to men about it, because yes, we need the men, and the men are part of our lives, but on the other hand, they're an other. They are not us, and they do not understand us, but the way that I understand you. And then men are doing the same thing as well. So I think, to answer your question, that changes as a result of men and women like me and you having honest dialogue.
And what it takes for men and women to have this honest conversation?
Bravery, basically. Because you have to actually say, this is what's going on. Like for instance, man meets a woman in a club. He is not demonstrating himself authentically. Like, he might be, but he's probably not. But then neither is she. So he is like, I'm gonna be the most confident version of myself, and she's gonna be like, well, I'm gonna do it too. So maybe she's being bitchy. Is she actually a bitch? No, she isn't. But she's being a bitch in that instance because, oh, it's a man, and like he said, I want to connect with men, but they're dangerous, and maybe he will harm me, or maybe he will break my heart, or whatever. And he's like, okay, I want to connect with her, but she doesn't give a crap because she's a woman and she don't care about me, so I have to pretend to and act like I'm James Bond. So your question was, what will it take to change? Well, people have to be honest, because if that woman was to say, look, I mean, this would probably never happen, but if she was to say, I really want to connect with a man, but at the same time you scare me, and you scare me because I'm attracted to beings that are way stronger than me. I'm attracted to beings that are way stronger than me, and on the one hand I like that, but on the other hand it's like I have to meet the right being, because not all of these beings that are way stronger than me have my best interests at heart. And I hope that you do, but maybe you don't. And I've seen things happen to my friends. Like, that would create a much different conversation. And the man goes, well, I really want to connect with women, and it hurts me so much that since I became an adult, all of a sudden now the way women react to me has completely changed. And actually I'm just a person, and I have no desire to hurt you in any way, and I actually don't even think I could. I don't, like, I think if I was forced to grape you, I think I'd be floppy. I don't think I could do it, and I have no desire to. All I want to do is just get to know you and see if we but all of a sudden there's these two people having a different conversation now.
I mean, it takes a level of like self-awareness for anyone to speak like this, you know, like a woman needs to have this self-awareness to know that, oh, I want a man who's a creature who's stronger than me. Like, most women won't admit that anyway. So this is where it starts, you know, like this self-awareness part. Like, what attracts women to men is their strength and their ability to solve problems, you know, fight the demons,
to handle stress. Yeah, throat chakra resonated with that, didn't it?
So women feel attracted. They're attracted to men who are, you know, strong and powerful and can get things done, and they can and then they are capable, you know, they're capable, and they are sure of themselves, and they are confident. And at the same time they have the emotional intelligence and all these, like, you know, soft loving part, and
a little bit of vulnerability.
Vulnerability.
You don't need to be too strong.
Yes, not too strong.
Not too strong. You want to feel like he needs you in some way.
Exactly, like the perfect combination.
A little bit of weakness that only you see.
But then most women are terrified of connecting with a strong man as well, because he's dangerous. And what attracts women to men is also the inner beast inside of them. The inner beast? The inner beast.
Could you elaborate on the inner beast? It sounds intriguing.
So it's like, if men are too soft or too nice, then women would feel safe with them, as in, like, he's like her cute girlfriend, you know, like I can talk to him, we can have like conversations for hours, but then she wouldn't feel attracted to him because she doesn't feel like if there is an attack happening, he's gonna be like there protecting her, you know. Who can protect you?
Well, you see, that's the issue.
The beast inside of the man.
You see, this is the issue, though.
But then he has to be a tamed beast.
Oh. But you see, this is the issue.
Yeah.
Because so men currently, definitely in the West, you're raised from birth to believe that beast is terrible. That beast is not what women want at all. That you shouldn't have that in any way, shape or form. That every element of your interactions with women, well, not even just your interactions with women, but you can't have anything inside you that's remotely dangerous or or powerful, and that makes you a bad person. So then I guess the question is, how on earth do men actually integrate that?
Yeah. How?
Yeah, I was asking you like you're gonna know.
Asking me.
Yeah, well, I'm asking you. Speaking my truth.
Oh.
So it's like, I have quite the beast inside me. I have quite the beast inside me. And a huge part of my story was learning to actually compress it and to hide it from the world, because unlike most men who are just like, oh, I can't show the beast because I'm a man, with me it's like, I can't show the beast because I'm black as well. So it's not just being a man, it's being like a black man too. So compress. So I would have things like, I'd be in situations where maybe I felt disrespected, and there's what the beast wanted to do, and then there's what I believe social decorum says I should do. And I would always go with social decorum, and then I had to actually find the courage to start going with the beast. But now the truth is this, right? The beast, it's not like, oh, just listen to the beast, because the beast probably wanted to break the guy's nose. And maybe that would be a overstep based on what had actually happened. So it's like not even just letting the beast out, you have to like let it out to a degree as well, which is something that I was never taught to do. Like if I was taught to do that from a very young age, then that would be good. But I went from holding it in to be like, okay, well now what do I do? But like when I was a kid and I would lose my temper, I would just lean 100% into my beast. 100%. Which terrified people around me. No, it did.
Yeah.
No, it really did.
You were having tantrums and like...
Yeah, well, I'd get into fights with boys and I would really beat the hell out of them.
Okay.
Like I'm not holding back. I'm actually trying to destroy you. That's what I'm not trying to like hit you once and now, oh, I've won. I'm going to keep hitting you. Like I want you to be hurt. I want you to realize you should never have done this.
Yeah.
Like that's too much, right?
I mean, as an adult, it's going to be hard to lean 100% onto your piece.
By basically speaking your truth. As in, some woman, like you're on a date with some woman, and let's say she's rude to the waitress and you don't like it. Well, now you've got and this isn't just for like women, for like men. I guess it would apply for women too. But you're on a date with a woman, she's rude to the waitress, you don't like it. Now you've got a choice. Your choice is you can either keep quiet, or you can say, I don't like the fact that you did that, and if you continue to do things like this, well, me and you are done. And that's like the start. It's like actually starting to be true to yourself, because this beast is basically you, and for most men it's part of the shadow. You know, in Jungian, you know, everybody has a shadow, and the shadow is parts of themselves that they've repressed, that they can't accept. Well, you got to start accepting it. Which would be like, again, speaking your truth, and then the more you do it, the more you actually like start to step into that. That's what I would say.
Well, you know what I think? I think that men who didn't integrate their beast, their shadows, you know, the dark side of themselves, then the light or what they're showing to the world is actually kind of fake.
It's not kind of fake, it's fake.
It's fake. Because then when does your beast show up, you know? In the worst times and in the worst ways. Because that beast is there. We all have a beast inside of us, even as women, you know. And if you're not aware of this beast, when does it show up? Why it's there? The power of this beast, what's this beast is capable of? Then all your love and cuteness and nice and it's just you're hiding this beast and you're showing this image to the world, but this image is fake and it's unreliable, because then you're just trying to please everyone, and then this beast is hiding and waiting for the moment where he would like explode. But when I see a man and he integrated his beast within himself, then I feel safer. Like if I see a man who's there saying like, I have a beast and I know this beast, I made peace with this beast, he's there for good reasons. Because when I need to protect my family, when something wrong happens, I want to know that I have the power to protect. But then I choose when this beast come out. I choose how much power I want to give him. Then I feel safer with this man than a man who's just like, oh, I'm too loving and too kind and too soft, and no, I would never hurt anyone. And even though he might feel like it would feel like, oh, he's soft and kind and I can have conversations with him and all of that, but then like there is something fake about him.
So you just said men who aren't in touch with their beast are unattractive, right? More like a gay best friend. So what happens to men who are on dates, like men like that you're speaking about who are on dates, is they often have the women not be interested. Like, I just didn't feel a spark. And they don't know what to do. Like, they're not sure. And I basically say to them, something I said a couple of times is, you ever watch porn? Actually, no, let me go back. So the reason why these women are just not interested is because the man has no sexual energy. So she's not feeling anything, right? So if you're a man on a date, there needs to be some sort of vibe that says that you guys will get physical in some way. But if the man doesn't have that at all, woman's just not interested in any way. And I say to him, well, you ever watch porn? He's like, yeah. Well, it's like, you see that energy that you're feeling when you're looking at it, you got to give a bit of that. It's got to be a little bit of that. If there's none of that, then you're just the neutered gay best friend. And but you see, that beast that you're tapping into when you're on your own, she needs to feel some of that. And to speak about men in the West, there's so many men in the West who have been so told for so long that aspect of themselves is really unappealing, that they compress it. So there's a stat, it's quite a famous stat now, that 30% of men under 30 are either virgins or haven't had sex in the past year. Literally. Largely because of this, because they compress that side of themselves, and the women are just like, yeah, this isn't really a man. I don't really want this guy.